Tyler doesn't disappoint because we are getting news by the day on Chromakopia. The trucks are now serving food, so we're getting interesting turns in what these trucks mean and what the stops for the trucks mean, which we're going to talk about today, and also some other exciting stuff, so let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with everything surrounding hip-hop, make sure to subscribe and also become a part of this community by joining our Discord server in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and recaps everything that's been happening in hip-hop over the past week, so make sure to do that. So we know that Tyler has this Chromakopia trucking company that is riding around the entire country, starting in Tyler, Texas, then went to Dallas and Houston, now to Roswell, New Mexico, and Atlanta, Georgia, and it seems like we are getting more stops. And also, for example, the Call Me If You Get Lost phone number got changed to give you info that the drivers are not available right now, and there are actual drivers with these trucks that are just not telling you any info for the people that were there. Now, just a quick map update before we get into the actual interesting news. The trucks haven't moved as of what I know right now at the point of recording this, but there is a new stop that is, kind of marked on the website, which is Phoenix, Arizona. So I guess that's the westward truck's next location. We don't have one of these pre-marked spots for the eastward trucks, so that's still going to be, interesting to see. Maybe somewhere North Carolina is what I could see, but, we just have to wait and see. Anyway, let's talk about the trucks a little more and also discuss what could be inside them or what the stops could mean. But first, we did get some new info on what these trucks are actually for or what they're doing, because on the official Chromakopia Instagram account, they reposted some of the stories that people actually took right where the trucks were. So for example, they reposted one of the collabs that they are now doing, which is with Busy Bee, which is a cafe, a restaurant in Atlanta. They said, "Pit stop at Busy Bee, food on us while supplies last." And actually, interestingly, I mean, as I said, this is a cafe, you can go there normally, but these trucks are just now there, and people have been posting stories with the meals that they're serving. And as you can see right here, this one guy actually had, a collab dish. So it says Busy Bee X Chromakopia. So that's a real collab. It's not just that they're buying food, they actually have a collab with this restaurant. Also, we get some new info from, some merch or items you can get. They have these stickers, "Keep Honking, I'm from Chromakopia," which gives heavy Utopia vibes with being from Utopia back when Travis was doing this. So as this place that something is happening at, Chromakopia. Pretty interesting. Tyler also expressed his love for the city of Atlanta on the Chromakopia story, or that was a comment. Tyler is leaving comments on the Chromakopia Instagram account. It's pretty funny. Most of the times they're just like hyping the post up, so you can go check that out as some funny Easter eggs that he has right there. Anyway, that's the news that we officially got from the trucks. But, if we kind of think this through, we still have 5 days until next Monday until the album drops. So there's still some spots for the trucks to go, some stops. And, likely they're going to go all up the West Coast and all up the East Coast if we're getting updates by the day. And of course, if anything happens, I'll make sure to keep y'all updated, so make sure you stay subscribed. But a lot of theories have been thrown around as to what the trucks could have inside them, and also what the stops could mean. Because if you have a map of where they're at, I mean, for one, it's for people to see where their next stop is so they can go there and actually see the trucks. But also, it should have some meaning. Why else pick Roswell, New Mexico? I don't know. There'd be, some more exciting places to go. No hate to Roswell, but it's just not a city that I would have thought of where somebody would kind of like pinpoint on the map. And there have been some theories like merch being inside the trucks, so that maybe at some of these 5 days that we still have left, or on the 28th, they open up in their pop-up merch stores. I think, now that we're seeing more and more stuff happening with them, like stickers being given out, like that Busy Bee collab, that is definitely something that I could see happening, that maybe on the 28th, wherever they arrive at, be it Los Angeles, on the West Coast. That would be pretty special for Tyler, but I could honestly see it go even more up, Seattle maybe, and maybe New York on the East Coast. That is, the most likely answer for the end stop on the East Coast. So maybe that's the case. Also, the album could be in there, so people could be getting sneak peeks into what the album could sound like if they're at the trucks and they open up and there's some playing there. Maybe the vinyl. It's still a bit far-fetched, but it's the most direct thing we could see because they're obviously related to the album. So that is an option. But some more interesting theories include that the stops for the buses are tour stops. So for Tyler to go there when he goes on tour for Chromakopia, which, still wouldn't make a whole lot of sense because then you're just leaving out a majority of the country in the middle where the trucks are not going, and the trucks probably don't have as many stops as the tour will have stops. And also then again, why Roswell, New Mexico or Tyler, Texas, when you have bigger cities in the middle of the country? That's one of the open questions, but that is obviously something that you could immediately think of when you're looking at a map and it has different locations on there. It looks like a tour. Anyway, another theory that we have is that all of these stops are, for artists to feature from, which still, let me know what artist is from Tyler, Texas. Maybe I'm not thinking of anybody big right now. It doesn't have to be anybody big, obviously. Or Roswell, New Mexico, but Atlanta could have a lot of those, people in there. Houston, Dallas, obviously, all big names, Phoenix, Arizona as well. So there could definitely be artists from those places. But it's just also one of those things that I think would be a little too far-fetched. But maybe for Tyler, that's exactly what he's doing. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this all plays out, what these trucks actually mean. But those are some of the theories that people have. A lot of people also say Tyler's in there. There have been rumors about him actually riding around with the trucks. So far, I don't think anybody has spotted him, so that rumor is likely false. That would be funny, and I've seen some people say that Frank Ocean is being held in there, which is, again, one of those funny... I think the Frank Ocean thing could honestly become a meme during this rollout, because everybody's just hearing Frank Ocean and everything. Also, the snippets that we've gotten, in the vinyl video yesterday, were pretty heavy on the Frank Ocean allegations. By the way, that vinyl video, the tracks, especially the last one, go hard. I've been listening to it again and again, and it just keeps sounding better. But for the trucks, we have to wait and see. At least it's looking good that something is happening around them, even if it's just a place for the community, for fans to come together, enjoy a meal together, get some stickers to take home. I mean, that is a dope rollout. To have this all planned out, to have that collab again planned out, goes hand in hand with what I was talking about yesterday with with everything fitting together, with this being planned so perfectly, with it being announced after he finished everything and after he logistically had everything laid out. So big shout outs to Tyler. It's going to be exciting to see what's inside the trucks and what the stops mean. So let me know your theories, or which one you think is most convincing, or maybe your own personal one that I haven't mentioned today about, theory about what these trucks could mean, and all your thoughts and all the other stuff in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.